Remember growing up with your favorite classic TV shows? Shows that portrayed a simple life on the prairie, with ordinary families doing everyday things?
What is that?
Well, this isn't one of them. Direct descendants of the famous Wilder family that you know and love from books and the television series, today they're holding true to their heritage and keeping family values alive. And having a little fun along the way. This is Raising Wilder.
How was your day?
Good.
Yeah. Robert, he like walks up to me and says, "Hey," and I'm like, "You're talking to me?" And then he said, "Yeah, what's up?" And I said, "Nothing much." And then he walked away. I was really confused.
Yeah, you need to just keep right on walking with him.
What do you mean a boy was talking to Dakota?
You know, it's that one that went to the movies with us that time that broke her heart.
Ugh, that one?
Yeah. I told her to leave him alone, though.
Boys, I kill them all.
Jeez.
You guys want to have a snack? Okay, you guys, we have a lot to do, so you guys need to get your chores done, alright?
Okay.
Okay.
Chores are a very important part of our home, and the reason for that is because it instills so much in the kids, and it allows them to learn how to help out with the family and teaches them how to run their own homes, and it gives them the opportunity to earn money and trips and things like that. And if you remember, in every one of those Little House on the Prairie books, especially Farmer Boy, all of the kids had chores. And in today's Wilders, chores are still very much an important part of our lives, and it draws our family closer together, and it allows our kids to learn how to do a lot of hard work.
Yes, it does.
Come on, Joanna. You wanna go feed the chickens? The chickens. Come on.
I'm not doing it.
A nice chicken. Nice chicken. Oh, that's a big one. It's a big chicken.
Go!
What just happened?
Go!
It's a chicken, not a dog.
Scary.
You need to do your chores. You guys rock, scissors, paper for who's gonna clean up
That was
getting the
violent.
chicken. Right.
Raymond.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Hot
Okay,
for now.
good.
The matter is, I want him.
Oh,
Between
okay.
you two. Raymond, you're in.
Yeah, in our family, rock, paper, and scissors, very important to settle who's going to do what. It's big.
Look at the ring. That's a big door.
Ray, you lost fair and square. You have
Sick of these girls not doing anything for these chickens.
You guys all are doing chicken stuff.
I did it 25 days ago. Don't help it now.
I don't see why he gets upset. He lost fair and square. He has to do whatever chores he lost to. That's how it works around here. That's what you got to do to be a Wilder.
Don't do anything.
Raymond,
Come here, Joanna.
Joanna, come here.
Get
you guys wanted these chickens. They're your responsibility. You guys have to stay in there till he's done and help him out.
Yeah, the cook can help. I need the whole thing so I scoop it.
You go over there and hold the trash can for him.
Ew!
Oops.
Chicken poop. That's gross. It's really gross.
You know what we ought to do today? Go to my aunt and uncle Almanzo's homestead up in Independence, Kansas today. It's only like 90 miles from here.
Huh. That sounds like a good family thing. I didn't know they had a homestead up there.
Yeah. They got a cabin, I think a schoolhouse. We'll show the kids where their aunt and uncle, great aunt and uncle came from. What do you say?
I think that's a great idea. It sounds fun. Let's do it. I love you too.
I was so excited at Jason's suggestion that we go to Independence, Kansas. I had no idea that that was where Carrie Engel's birthplace was. Hey you guys, Jason just had a really good idea. You guys want to go up to Independence, Kansas and see Laura and Almanzo's, one of their original homesteads?
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound cool? Okay. Brianna, you want to give your dad a call and see if he wants to go with us?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's family time, no pay no attention. Let's go, call your dad.
I do a lot of growling at John, but it's a good friendship, but sometimes I just gotta do it.
Jason, that's your mating call. Look, we got rid of them.
Coming up next on Raising Wilder.
The family history where a lot of them were and are today, Wilders are still teachers. And so for our kids to see that was really cool.
Now it's time for our Raising Wilder quiz question. Jason Wilder's great-great-grandmother, Eliza Jane Wilder, was one of Almanzo's siblings. Which of the following were not one of his siblings? Pearlie Day Wilder, Royal Wilder, Walcott Wilder, or Alice Wilder? That answer in a moment.
Hi, I'm Jason Wilder. I'm the great-great-grandson of Eliza Jane Wilder from the book Farmer Boy, which was written by my great-great-aunt, Laura Ingalls Wilder. My family and I hope you enjoy Raising Wilder. It's about us raising this generation of Wilders in our little house on the prairie. But we need your help to continue Raising Wilder and hopefully get it up in other areas. But I'll let Paula explain how you can go about helping us to keep this show going on the CW on Sunday, 4 p.m.
We would love to showcase your business on Raising Wilder. If you would like to purchase a commercial, please contact us. We have several slots available for commercials. We also have individual sponsorships that everyone can do. For sponsoring our show, you can get your name at the end of an episode, as well as other prizes like our signed autograph pictures, our DVDs, and also our bumper sticker that says Raising Wilder. Thank you very much. And together we are Raising Wilder! Woohoo!
Hi, I'm Jason Wilder. Just like my great-great-uncle Almanzo Wilder, we do things the old-fashioned way, by hand. You can come to Wilder Way Renovations and we can take care of all of your honey-do lists. From tree trimming to landscaping, home and business renovations, carpet cleaning, electrical, plumbing, from flooring to roofing. We can do it all. And we have ricks of firewood for sale, and we deliver.
Wilder Way Renovations. We handle all your little house needs. So, which one of these people was not one of Almanzo's siblings? The answer is C. Walcott Wilder Thayer was Eliza Jane's son and Almanzo's nephew, not his sibling.
Okay, we're going 3 times. Woohoo! Jesus, Nope.
You only went around twice!
I went around 3 times.
Get out!
No, I went around 3 times.
Sometimes we have to just stop and let them get out of the car and run around. We call it a fire drill, and they do it, and it's pandemonium to see who's going to get back in the seats.
The city of Skiatook got its name. An Indian warrior was getting ready to go out on a big buffalo hunt. Took all the men. They went out into the north to go chase the buffaloes. They came back, and there was only a couple of Indians left, female Indians. And he asked them, "Where's all the teepees? Where's all of our people?" said the sky came, the clouds came, the wind came, and the sky took.
Very funny.
You guys.
Yeah, that's the real legend. That the sky came and took while the men were out hunting, took all the women.
Mary Eagles was born here.
Okay, heading into Independence, Kansas, it was totally like walking back into time. When we turned off on that side road to get to the museum, oh my gosh, we pulled up and those buildings were out there by themselves. It was so amazing to see. It really felt like we were back in 1880.
Oh, it was incredible. What an amazing place. Independence, Kansas. What an amazing place. They've got a lot to see there. They've got the log cabin, which is a replica. Very incredible.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the log cabin. It's an exact replica of what they believe that Charles Ingalls built. And when you go inside of it, wow.
Yeah, they've got it all done up. They've got the bed. Rafters are a little short, but it is what it is. It was very comfortable and cozy for a family.
Right, and it was short because that's what they had. It's built to scale.
They've also got the schoolhouse, which you go inside and they've got the wet room area where, you know, the kids would come in and take off their, you know, boots and their jackets, and they've got the wood burning stove right in the middle so it can heat up the whole room, and the old chalkboards are up there.
The schoolhouse was really exciting to see. And I think it's because of the family history where a lot of them were and are today. Wilders are still teachers. And so for our kids to see that was really cool. One of the really neat things is when we first went to go set up our tour and we walked inside of the old farmhouse that they have there. They have the inside completely set up as a little general store. And it reminded me so much of Olson's Mercantile.
They've also got the well that Pa dug there, and in the books it talks about, you know, digging the well, and the reason was Ma, she was used to the city life and she wasn't really quite certain about having creek water, so he dug her a freshwater well specifically, you know, for clean water.
And he lined it with rock all the way down. He hand dug rocks out, and it was really truly amazing to see. He did that just for her. So that kind of gives you an idea of the love that was truly between Carolyn and Charles.
Yeah. The ladies that run this place are incredible. Very knowledgeable, very friendly. They're there to, you know, help you with anything you have, any questions. They've got the answers.
We were lucky enough to be able to take some pictures with the owner who owned the whole place, and she is such a sweet lady. We really enjoyed ourselves. They made our trip just so much more exciting.
In the books, you'll remember I'm talking about Mr. Edwards. Well, the women there were very knowledgeable, and actually not too far, I'd say within a mile, there's a cemetery there with the real Mr. Edwards buried there, and they gave us directions on how to get there, and we got to go and see that also.
That was really neat. The kids are like really interested in that kind of thing, and to be able to see his grave and his burial place, his final resting place, and know that he's the one that made such a difference in the Ingalls' lives while they were in Independence, Kansas, was really a neat experience for us.
Yeah. Y'all might be wondering where I fit at in the Wilder family tree. Well, a long time ago, James and Angelina Wilder had their children, Royal, Eliza Jane, Almanzo, Laura, Alice, and Pearlie Day. And then Eliza Jane, who is my great-great-grandmother, she had Walcott Wilder Thayer. Our Walcott Wilder Thayer, he had 3 boys and a girl, Walter, Gervais, my grandmother Betty, and his youngest son TJ. And then my grandmother had 4 children of her own. Bud, which is actually Raymond, Dave, my mother Joanne and Don Huey. And then my mom, of course, she had me, making me the only child, but that's how I'm related to the Wilders. My grandmother, Betty Thayer Huey, what an amazing woman. She was Eliza Jane's granddaughter, and growing up, all the stories she told me about her growing up and, living with, Eliza Jane Wilder, and incredible. She spent most of her life, her adult life, traveling around the United States with my grandfather, going to the different museums, donating all kinds of artifacts. She talked with various authors and gave them all kinds of personal information to help them with their books. She even went on site at Little House on the Prairie with Michael Landon and helped with creating the character of Eliza Jane, making sure that the sets look properly. What an amazing life she lived.
This is the way I remember Uncle Mansell. And of course, we called Laura Aunt Bessie. And the reason that her name was Laura Elizabeth. And so Almanzo didn't call her Laura because he had a sister named Laura. And he didn't call her Beth because he just didn't like, it wasn't familiar enough, close enough. So he called her Bessie. And so she was our Aunt Bessie. She wasn't Aunt Laura, she was Aunt Bessie because we had Aunt Laura.
My grandmother, Betty Thayer Huey, and Donald Huey, her son, they're the ones that raised me after my mom was unable to take care of me. I came to a better place, a better home, more solid school, and that's what you really need to put in your kids is a good solid education. And I learned so much from my Uncle Don. I learned how to landscape, I learned how to do construction, plus my grandfather, Raymond Huey, was there. And I also spent a lot of time traveling with my grandparents, which was a great opportunity.
Jason, at the drop of a hat, could take off on a hike. He didn't need a roof over his head ever. He could make do, even when he was a teenager, he could make do on his own. I think it helped that he joined the 3 C's after high school and learned a lot about living in the woods and that kind of stuff. But he always had it in him to want to be out and in nature. The rest of the family, not so much. My niece, no, not going to happen. My nephews, businessmen, successful. All of them are successful, but if you dropped them in the forest, they wouldn't make it for very long. Jason, on the other hand, I have total confidence in. And so I've always been exceptionally proud of Jason because of the fact that he was so independent and an honest independence. Jason is the kind of person that will tell you what he thinks and not be afraid of it. And there's no stranger in the world for Jason. He loves everybody he meets. His mother was that way, and he's that way. And whoever he meets, he finds something of interest in them. And that's just kind of a goodness that's in his heart. And he gets that from his mother.
Yeah, my grandmother spent a lot of her time explaining to me what it meant to be a Wilder. She was so passionate about being a Wilder and told me all the stories that she grew up with, all of the experiences that she had, and she instilled it into my life that, no matter what, I'm always going to be a Wilder. And that's what I truly feel inside, is that Wilder blood, and it's an incredible thing to be of that heritage. Yeah, growing up, my grandmother, she read to me all the books. She told me all the stories that Eliza Jane had told her about her parents. And what an incredible feeling to be taught such great knowledge and to be able to look back on it and know that I know things that even the readers don't know from the Little House on the Prairie books, because I know the true stories. I know the behind the scenes stories. And it's all because of my grandmother and my Uncle Don teaching me all of this.
The exciting thing that I always get from the family is how Betty used to sit Jason on her lap and tell her the same stories that she herself had heard on Laura and Eliza Jane's lap. That always gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Coming up next on Raising Wilder.
One of the questions we commonly get is, how is Jason's name Jason Wilder if he's Eliza Jane's great-great-grandson, because she had been married? And yes, she had been married twice, to Thomas Jefferson Thayer and then to Maxwell Gordon.
Now it's time for our Raising Wilder quiz question. Carrie Ingalls was born in Independence, Kansas. Where was her sister and author, Laura Ingalls Wilder, born? Is it Pepin, Wisconsin, Walnut Grove, Minnesota, De Smet, South Dakota, or Mankato, Minnesota? That answer in a moment.
Hi, I'm Jason Wilder. I'm the great-great-grandson of Eliza Jane Wilder from the book Farmer Boy, which was written by my great-great-aunt, Laura Ingalls Wilder. My family and I hope you enjoy Raising Wilder. It's about us raising this generation of Wilders in our little house on the prairie. But we need your help to continue Raising Wilder and hopefully get it up in other areas. But I'll let Paula explain how you can go about helping us to keep this show going on the CW on Sunday, 4 p.m.
We would love to showcase your business on Raising Wilder. If you would like to purchase a commercial, please contact us. We have several slots available for commercials. We also have individual sponsorships that everyone can do. For sponsoring our show, you can get your name at the end of an episode, as well as other prizes like our signed autograph pictures, our DVDs, and also our bumper sticker that says Raising Wilder. Thank you very much. And together we are Raising Wilder! Woohoo!
So, where was Laura Ingalls Wilder born? The answer is A. While the Ingalls lived in all the places listed, author Laura Ingalls Wilder was born in Pepin, Wisconsin. The site is a favorite museum stop of the Wilder family still today.
Throughout the course of this amazing journey, we have had questions asked to us, and one of the questions we commonly get is, how is Jason's name Jason Wilder if he's Eliza Jane's great-great-grandson, because she had been married? And yes, she had been married twice, to Thomas Jefferson Thayer and then to Maxwell Gordon. And so I'm going to let Jason tell you how it came to be that he would be named Wilder.
Well, having the opportunity to be raised by Betty Thayer Huey and being taught everything that I learned from her as far as being a Wilder, what the Wilders meant, where they came from, it was just natural that I would change my name. The reason I changed my name, though, was because when I was born, my biological father walked out on me and my mom. And then a couple of years later, she remarried, and that was the name I carried on my entire life. And when I moved out here to Oklahoma with Paula, and I decided to get a driver's license, I ran into all kinds of problems. I found that my birth certificate and my social security number both had different names on them. Come to find out, my mom had changed my last name. Well, it took a lot to get it right. I was told I had to legally change my name, so I had a decision to make. Do I take the two names that really don't have any relevance in my life? Or do I fall back on how I was taught by my grandmother and my Uncle Don? And that was to be a Wilder. So I decided that Jason Thomas Wilder would be my new name.
And that's how he's carrying on the family history, the Wilder name. One of my favorite things about going anywhere, to be quite honest, is coming back home to our house on the Oklahoma prairie.
It's a wonderful feeling to be home. Really good feeling.
True Oklahoma cooking right here. Go get me the spray.
One of the things that I love the most is when we get the opportunity to cook outdoors. And trust me, Paula can cook outdoors over an open flame. Some of the best cooking I've ever had.
That's from my Native American culture.
beautiful. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, why does this keep happening? Oh my god. Jason, I did what Dakota did. This time the fire's my fault.
Well, if it ain't burning, it ain't cooking.
Well, I guess. And we just give you the praise and the glory and the honor for all things we have.
When he went into the dining room. So he stepped into the water. He covered his feet. With his fingers, he dug some of the brown, slimy, soft soap. As a child, my grandmother, Betty Thayer Huey, she read me all the Little House on the Prairie books. It was such a great feeling to be able to sit in her lap and hear the stories of my family. And now I'm the father, and I get to have my kids sit around, and I get to read them the books. And it is so amazing to have that family time.
And you know what? It's really one of my favorite parts of the day too, because we all get to snuggle together and just hear those stories and live Farmer Boy.
So he washed as quickly as he could, and he dried himself and got into his warm underwear.
Hey babe, you know what I was thinking about?
Huh?
I'm sorry, you're so tired.
It's okay, I think I dozed off. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What were you thinking about?
How much fun we had today. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I had a really good day.
That's good. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part about Independence, Kansas? I think it's just learning the family history, because you know so much about the Wilders, and we know a lot about the Ingalls and Laura and all of them, but we're finding out new stuff and all of that about Laura's family when she was young, and that was my favorite part, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine was just getting to see the expression on the kids' faces. I think they were pretty amazed at how that cabin actually, how small it was.
Yeah, they all had to live there.
They're used to a big house, and everybody's all crammed in there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
it was fun.
You know what I think's cool? Is they're all snuggled in their beds right now and sleeping and probably dreaming about what life was like back then.
Yeah. Can only hope.
Yeah, that's the goal. All right, I'm exhausted.
All right, baby. I love you.
I love you too.
See you in the morning.
Okay.
Good night, Toto.
Good night.
Dad,
Yeah, Coda.
I had so much fun learning about our family history. I'm so proud to be a Wilder.
That makes me very happy, Dakota. I love you.
Love you too.
Night.
Night.